All right, y'all. I am here for the UFC Fight Night, the third event from Fight Island. So I don't know. Someone let me know if they're starting over again with the counting, or is this UFC Fight Night 14? Is it 3? Someone let me know. And yes, I do know that I completely missed the second event. Was it yesterday, the day before? Just came back from Stockton. Actually, I'm going to go watch it right after I finish doing this prediction video, so I am going to catch up on that. But for now, we are here for the event that's actually going to happen tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do my predictions for the main event, and I apologize right now because I am about to butcher most of these names. I mean, just trying to memorize the names for the video. I had a very hard time just reading the names, so okay. First up, I am choosing, I just blanked because I'm like, first up, I am choosing Alexandre Pantoja. I told you. Alexandre Pantoja to beat Askarov, yes. Second, next I am choosing Carolina to beat Ariane Lipski. I'm also choosing Mark Diakesi to beat Rafael Fiziev, something like that. Again, I apologize. That was rough. I was very nervous about that. I'm glad I got through it. And again, I will do my research to see exactly how we pronounce these fighters' names, but yeah, that's that. Now, co-main event, let's go ahead and break this one down. This is in the middleweight division. This is actually an important fight. This is the number 6 contender, Jack Hermansson, taking on the number 7 contender, Kelvin Gastelum. Now, again, both men are actually coming off of a loss, although Kelvin is coming off of 2 losses in a row. Now, Kelvin is at like a 5 to 6 inch reach disadvantage, something that he is used to. He has an incredible chin. They both have a wrestling background, a wrestling base, but I would say that Kelvin is probably the more mechanically sound wrestler. And I would also, if I had to guess, you know what, I don't know who's stronger, because Jack is bigger than him. Jack is not only longer than him as far as the hands and the feet. You'll see his shoulders look a bit wider. He's bigger than Kelvin, although Kelvin is a bit thicker in the waist area, a bit more of a box figure with Kelvin, and you know, again, that great chin on Kelvin. So I don't know who's going to be physically stronger as far as wrestling wise, body wise, but power in the hands, I'm going to actually give that edge to Kelvin on the hands. Now, they both develop great hands. They both have knockout power. They both have knockout victories. I think Jack Hermansson's going to have to attack that lead leg. He's probably going to have the better kicks. I think he has stronger kicks. Kelvin hasn't really worked on his kicks as much as Jack, so Jack, you better get on them kicks and get on those kicks early to try to take some of that steam away from Kelvin's punches and to make him more hesitant with the wrestling, because again, I think he's mechanically better. Again, who's physically stronger, we'll see once we actually get into the ring. I did watch the weigh-ins. They both look good. So for Kelvin, I think you need to get inside of that reach disadvantage, obviously something you've done before with Israel Adesanya, and he had an even longer reach advantage over you, so you know how to pop in and out, pop in with a flurry of punches, get your hand underneath, duck under straps, catch kicks, things of that nature, get him up against the cage, make him press your body weight, try to take him down. So again, I don't know who's going to be physically stronger, but I think you're mechanically more sound. So I'd say you want to keep this fight on the inside, keep your hands on him. With the dirty boxing, I think you'll be better with that too. Beat up his body, beat up that lead leg, beat up those feet, try to wound him in a way, something like that. Jack, I think obviously with this 5 to 6 inch reach advantage, you want to keep him at distance as long as you can, especially with those kicks. If you've been working on those kicks, tear apart that lead leg, tag him up, fight behind the jab, point your way, not even point your way to a victory, but have that open up a possible KO shot, TKO flurry, fighting behind that long jab that you should have. Keep him at a distance. If it does go to the ground, see who's physically stronger, who's mentally more sound, but fight him in space where you have the clear advantage. Who do I think is going to win this fight? I'm not quite sure. They both haven't fought for a while. We're talking like November, December of last year. So with that many months off, how have they been training? How have their injuries healed up? What have they been doing? How was the weight cut? So how are they in interviews? I got to do a little bit more research to see how that's been going. I think we've got some intangibles there. I am going with Kelvin Gastelum. I think he's, as experience-wise, he's fought a higher level of competition, and in something so close, I think things like that matter. This is 3 rounds though instead of 5, so I don't know. I'm going back and forth on this one. I really am. It's a toss-up, but I am going with Kelvin Gastelum. Now, main event, and this is for the UFC vacant flyweight title, and hopefully we can find men's flyweight title. Hopefully we can finally get a champion here. We are seeing the rematch between, I believe he's the number one now, Deiveson Figueiredo taking on the number two, Joseph Benavidez. Okay. Now, Joseph Benavidez, this last fight you lost, and I believe it was in the third round. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I believe round number one went to Deiveson. And honestly, I thought it might end another round the way he jumped all over Benavidez. The power advantage was clear, and he had faster hands. That was clear. But in the second round, Joseph almost blanked there. I'm actually really excited for this rematch. I think the whole card is going to be good. Okay. Actually, in the second round, Joseph was able to get his timing down and get on the inside, land some shots, actually take him down, mount some ground and pound. He's able to get back up, but he came back and won that second round. And then, of course, he ended up getting caught and dropped and finished with the punch there in that, I believe it was the third round. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that. So, Joseph, you're going to have to be near perfect on this one. I'm going to just say it outright. On paper, you lose. You lose this fight. Not only is he bigger than you, does he have the reach advantage on the hands and the feet, and he uses his hands and his feet. They both have Deiveson started out with capoeira, but then turned into mixed martial arts, kind of learning everything at once, and Joseph has that wrestling background and learned the stand-up after that. They're both incredibly fast, but like I said, Deiveson actually has faster hands and more power. That is something that is extremely hard to overcome. He is bigger, he has the reach advantage, and he fights long. Joseph, you're going to have to find that timing like you did in the second round. You're going to have to get on the inside and pop back in and out. You have to protect that chin. I think in that second round, once you found how to get there, I think you might have got excited. You can't do that. You're going to have to keep your calm and keep a level head this entire time. And I think your only real weapon against him is going to be your cardio. And you look nice and slim and trim. I saw a lot of people saying, he looks small, he looks small. I'm like, I'm hoping he looks like cardio machine. Because you're going to have the highest offensive output you've ever had in your life. We need to see a record breaking here. We need to see Joseph had an average of 126 shots per round here. You're going to need to overwhelm him with offense. It doesn't have to all land. Jabs, feints, trying to trick him into stuff. Beat up that lead leg. Take away some of that power. You're going to have a lot of kicks here, more than you ever had here. And tear up that lead leg. Kill some of that momentum. Take away some of that steam. High offensive output. You're going to have to outwork him. Because I think you have better cardio than him. And as this fight goes on, I think you'll begin to win rounds. If you don't win, you might win that second one like you did in this one too. But I think you can win as the fight progresses if you overwhelm him with cardio from the beginning. And when you're not overwhelming him with offense, get on that bicycle. Make him chase you. Make him chase you. I don't care about the booing. Make him chase you. Run him out. Wear him out. Now, Deiveson, you have the reach advantage. Don't chase. Like I just said, don't chase. Don't run yourself out. Set up your shots. Fight behind the jab. You have quicker hands and the power advantages. If you fight behind a jab, have kicks yourself. Slow Joseph Benavidez down. When you get your hands on, trying to muscle him a bit. Make him carry your heavy weight. Hard his arms. Drain his arms. You make the arms weaker on him. Make the legs weaker. Kicks yourself. You have to fight confidence yourself. Don't get overzealous. And that's the other thing, Joseph. With all of this, with him missing weight, he's really had a bad attitude about it. Not only did he not apologize in Portuguese, because in English or whatever, the interpreter said that he was humble about it, then we found out that very same night in Portuguese, in those interviews, he was bragging about it, saying it didn't matter, say he's the champ, said it just really was poor sportsmanship, because not making weight in the title fight is really unacceptable, especially when you're in a division that doesn't have a belt and a division that's on the chopping block. I mean, truly, truly unsportsmanlike conduct. And I do not like the way he handled himself from then up until this point. No remorse. Cocky in the bad sort of way. But you know, if he does win, that's a lot of fire for the flyweight division to have a champion like that with that much heat, that much eyes on him, and with that ability that he has, one punch knockout power as a 125er. The heat that he'll have. But then Joseph Benavidez, he's like 15 years in the making. I want you to win. So I know people use my videos for betting purposes, so please don't go to this pick. I'm going with my heart. And Joseph, please, man, come on. Keep it tight. keep that defense tight. Keep that defense tight and overwhelm him with offense. I'm going to pick Joseph. I'm going with my heart. Pure heart. Because on paper, you lose. Okay. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I, again, that Mark Diakisi Hapiel fight, I'm going to be going back and forth on that one. Actually, I might renege on that one. Might have to go through the prelims and make some extra picks. So I guess follow me, or especially follow me on all platforms. Yeah, tell me all your picks, any injury updates, any kind of controversial news, all of that. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.